by Cessnock. The use of the wind will slightly favour Maitland in the first half. It's blowing across field from the ocean virtually. And straight from the kick-off, it's Carmody, the fullback, up to his own 25. McTurnan to dubbing half. Wilkes will be the player up to run over his own 25. And there's the fierce defence of Cessnock coming straight into play. McNabb has a little push there as he goes to dumbing half. And across the field, and that's Waskovich. He's down early in the piece. There's also a Cessnock player, hasn't moved from that tackle. He's getting up now as Cessnock get the play up towards the halfway mark. Radnich plays the ball. It goes back as Burke slings it out to Waskovich, standing wide, down the far wing and into touch. And the Cessnock player that was hurt in the very first couple of tackles is still on the ground.
Appears only winded, Noel. I think he's copped a boot in the stomach as he tackled Waskovich then. And I'd say that he's only winded by the look of things.
First scrum goes to Henderson as Hannah comes round very quickly. Bradley, Scott, skirting round. Bit of a tussle going on the far side of the field. They'll break that up. Hannah's looking for players. That's Jobson. But the other players were trying to sort themselves out. Very early in the piece. It's grand final stuff as Jobson runs over the Maitland 25 and Radnich and Panowitz take him down. Now it's Thompson crashing up 15 yards out. Last tackle coming up for Cessnock. Scott gets that ball away. Henderson puts it up. They've got Carmody under pressure. Right on his own try line and he's dropped down to the ground. Right at dummy half. Runs from that position. He breaks away and gets to his own 25. A good run by Merv Wright. Carmody. Burke. Over the Maitland 25 now. West gets that ball to Panowitz. Panowitz onto Newman. Newman tries to struggle through. The Cessnock defence still very good. McNabb to Radnich. Radnich to Waskovich. Waskovich makes a break over the halfway mark. He's got Drury inside him. He loses the ball. It's picked up again. Panowitz is up into the movement. Panowitz is dragging through. And there's a quick save for Maitland. Panowitz underneath the post.
A magnificent try to Maitland then. The big fellow Waskovich down the right-hand side from his own 25. And there was no stopping him. He went through a pass which was deflected by a Cessnock player. It went into a Maitland player's hands. Whipped to Panowitz, who left no stone unturned to get to the line. He ran from 45 yards out, and a magnificent try to the captain of the Maitland side, Terry Panowitz. This is what they did last year, Noel, in their game against Lake United. They bombarded early in the match, scored a couple of tries, and they certainly got on top very early in the match.
Now it's Burke to take this kick right in front. He's brought it back just short of the 25. Burke hasn't missed many from this distance during the season. This one with the wind behind him. 2 points. And it's 5-0 in favour of Maitland. Cessnock kicking off again. Another deep kick. Right down to Carmody. He's knocked this one on.
Bad luck for Carnaby then. It just hit his left hand and dropped down on the ground. Put Cessnock back on the attack, and they're a very strong side in attack.
This ball to be put in by Burke. It'll be a penalty to Maitland with Cessnock moving off the mark. Henderson asking Mr. Rodway why. Burke looking for touch. 35 yards out from the Maitland try line now. The tap by McNabb. Wilkes up alongside him. Looks like Wilkes has lost his headgear already or taken it off. Normally he plays a penalty to Cessnock as Wilkes and Thompson decide to argue who should take the ball home.
Well, a little bit of settling down here. The tough man on the Maitland side, Wilkes, certainly has shown this over a period, and also the tough man from Cessnock, Thompson, settling each other down.
Now the tap inside the Cessnock half as McNabb once again comes up. It's McMahon, next player up. McMahon, a good run by McMahon, gets about 15 yards. McNabb again, this time Wilkes. Wilkes a strong runner, but Jobson underneath. McNabb up to dummy half. They go the other way to Newman. Here's Carmody coming up, but Newman stays with the ball. He meets the solid Cessnock defence. McNabb again at dummy half. McNabb, they turn it round to Radnage, onto McMahon, and McMahon is held there by White. Burke, Panowitz, West, over to Wright. Wright juggles it and nearly burst through when he juggled that ball. A good piece of work. But Cessnock defence still good. This is the last tackle coming up as Panowitz gets it to West. West's players in support. He's hammered down into the ground. He gets the ball away and along the back line. Here's Waskowitz, nearly an intercept. McTurnan at 6 tackles to go. McTurnan shoots for the corner. He comes back inside. He's got it to Waskowitz. Waskowitz tries to get through, but he's bundled into touch about 15 yards out.
Magnificent football then from Maitland. Tremendous football. It was tossed about and Cessnock just didn't seem to be able to find where the ball was going to next. Great football from the Maitland side.
Well, the crowd's so thick behind there, I kept losing the ball in the crowd there. I wasn't sure where it was.
Something happened in back play here, Noel, apparently, and there's a calling out of some player. It's one from Cessnock.
It's one of the centres being spoken to, either Sneesby or Goldman.
Tremendously exciting so far, and Cessnock trying very hard to stem this tide of Maitland attackers.
Another attempt to put the ball in. Hannah gets it in. It's a scrambling type of scrum. Panowitz is looking for the ball. He's almost in there, but the referee has blown his whistle. I think he'll ask for another scrum. Plenty of weight there in that scrum. Hannah's looking for a place to put that ball, and he wins it. A good bit of movement. Scott gets it away down the far wing. It was Slade. Slade, a pretty handy type of player. Moore's the player on the far wing who has a big turn of speed. No knock on. Cessnock come through again up to the halfway mark by courtesy of some strong running by Clark, that was. It's a good run by Bradley. Cessnock bringing play back into the Maitland's half. Henderson to dummy half. Scott, Goldman and Sneesby on the burst now. A great run by Sneesby. Inside to Moore and Cessnock are in, but it's ruled offside. He's ruled offside.
Yes, I don't think there was much doubt about it, Noel. It was certainly thrown forward by the centre then, and it was bad luck for Cessnock because they had the defence shot to pieces. There wasn't a Maitland man then to take the defensive role. Great football from the Cessnock side. They whipped it out then from the scrum. They won very, very deep in their half. And the ball travelled up 2 or 3 rucks, then was whipped across the field. Great football from Cessnock.
It was a good run by Sneesby then. He showed a very good turn of speed. It's usual for him. He's a fast runner. But Moore is definitely the danger man. Once he gets the ball, he's a bit like McTurnan on this wing for Maitland. They're both speedsters, quick off the mark, and if they get the opening, then it's hard work for the other team. 5-0, still in favour of Maitland as the Maitland player receives attention. He's getting to his feet now, a bit groggy. It's Carmody, the fullback.
Doesn't look well now. Doesn't look well at all.
He's gone over to the sideline. He's real sick, Carmody.
And will be a great loss to Maitland if he has to leave the field. He's played magnificent football this year.
Well, they've got pretty handy player, we'll say, in Shine. If he was to come on as a fullback, there's... don't forget he was a representative fullback, Shine. But so far, there's been no sign of any replacement. Wilkes comes over his own 25. Panowitz away to Waskovich. Radnage struggles up just about 10 yards short of the halfway mark. He loses the ball and Cessnock picks it up. Jobson and Hannah. Hannah comes back into the attack for Cessnock as Panowitz runs in for a tackle. Henderson comes up to dummy half. Scott, good run by Scott. A real good run as West gets over the top of him. Bradley comes to dummy half. Now Cessnock putting on plenty of pressure as Henderson takes it and gets the ball away to Sneesby again. Sneesby's left of her dead and Sneesby's in for Cessnock. Good try to Cessnock.
What a great try to Cessnock. Tremendous work then, particularly from Henderson from the dummy half. Bradley whipped it out to Henderson. He drew the defence, pulled two defenders in, whipped a beautiful pass out to Sneesby, who was on the fly, and there was no Maitland defender there to take him. Very loose defence then, I felt, from the Maitland team. Great football now from both sides.
Very good football. And it's Goldman to take this kick. Goldman comes in. It's a good-looking kick. No, it goes away. 5-3 in favour of Maitland. Cessnock, having scored that try, have forced Maitland to kick off. We're looking... Carmody's coming back onto the field. Carmody's come back onto the field.
Notice Panowitz has stayed back at fullback there now. Yeah, and he sent him up to lock to have a rest, I'd say.
Be a nice game to have a rest in.
Yes.
Be a hard game. But anyhow, Carmody's back on, and Panowitz is playing in the unaccustomed role as fullback. And 6 tackles to go as once again Cessnock come away. Scott pulls it out to Moore. Burke goes across for a tackle and takes him into touch.
Tremendous work then from Cessnock. The ball went quickly across. Henderson whipped the ball out and went to Moore, who's a definite flyer. He's limping now, limping badly, Moore. Then he was injured in that tackle by the look of it.
Well, now we see that Carmody's gone back to fullback and Cessnock win another ball. Hannah to Bradley. Bradley dummies. They're trying to drive the Cessnock players back in towards the forwards, but Cessnock aren't having any as Scott gets it away. And this is a beautiful run by Sneesby once again. Slade to Hannah. White, the big forward. 35 yards out. Bradley, Scott, Jobson. Jobson runs straight into the forwards. Driven down in the tackle. White to dummy half. Hannah, this little kick, he's good at this. And he's found touch just inside the Maitland 25. Maitland leading 5-3.
You can back it in now that Sneesby's pulled a hamstring muscle. Certainly was injured in that tackle and he's grabbing the back of his leg. I'd say he's a very doubtful start of the second half.
Oh, well, I don't think they'll give in that easy. He'll run as long as he can, there's no doubt about that. Another stacks on the mill scrum. Burke putting the ball in for Maitland this time. And the referee not too happy about that. Moving off the mark. And once again, Henderson asks the question. A penalty to Maitland.
Well, it's probably pretty good tactics on Maitland's behalf. They're not taking the weight in the scrum, and Cessnock are pushing them straight off the mark. And it's a straightaway penalty to them.
Now the tap up towards the halfway mark. Taken by McMahon, who crashes up another 10 yards. McNabb to dummy half. Waskovich, Panowitz, Newman. Newman's knocked it through, and it's picked up by Cessnock, and Cessnock in possession. Jobson with the ball now after a bit of loose play, and Scott spins out of a tackle. Cessnock in possession. Bradley, Hannah, Henderson. That looks like Beatty up into the movement. Henderson to dummy half. Hannah next up. Dummies and comes inside. A good run. Plays the ball quickly. White. This is a feature of the Cessnock's play. They play the ball as quickly as they can. Henderson at dummy half. Looks to Thompson. Thompson takes it on the Maitland 25. Henderson still at dummy half. puts the little kick up. It goes to McTiernan. McTiernan juggles it, nearly knocks it down, but knocks it into touch.
Beautiful kick from Henderson then. Well judged, it dropped to the right person because McTiernan has been a bit dicey in these up and unders in the past.
Burke again to put the ball in, only a couple of yards out from the Maitland line. A penalty to Cessnock. This could be the equaliser.
It's the first penalty of the match to Cessnock. It's 4-1 in the penalties and 3-0 in the scrums towards Cessnock.
Goldman this time just to the right of the uprights and short of the 25. Not a very difficult kick. It's got a little bit of the breeze to contend with, but I don't think that there should be any mistake about this one. 5-3. This could be the equaliser for Cessnock. And they're playing.
They play well now. They're doing the little kicks and using a lot of variety in their play, and they're definitely worrying Maitland at this time.
Goldman comes in, puts the ball up. He's plenty of height, and it's 5-all. A good kick by Goldman. Keep off by Maitland now as Burke brings the ball back. Anybody's grand final.
Without doubt that one. There's a lot of wind up top, and it's certainly favouring Maitland at this time.
Burke kicks downfield. Beatty gets off the mark now. Jobson and Thompson. Hannah, Henderson. Good run across field by Scott. Scott to Goldman to Sneesby. Sneesby will put more in the clear. No, he can't get the ball to him. Good run by Sneesby. On the far side of the field now. Henderson. It hits a Maitland player.
Oh, referee.
Right with the ball now for Maitland. Seemed to be some type of infringement, but still, that's the way it goes. Wilkes, Woskowicz wasn't watching, and it's McTiernan. McTiernan is taken down in a big high tackle by Scott, and it's a penalty to Maitland.
Well, I'm most surprised with the referee there now, but the Maitland player was a mile offside. The ball was thrown back from the ruck by Cessnock. It bounced off the Maitland player, and he ruled play on. It was definitely... everyone in this crowd saw it, and it should not have gone that far. It should have been an immediate penalty to Cessnock on the far side of the field.
5-all the score, Cessnock versus Maitland. Burke finds touch almost on the Cessnock 25. McNabb to tap. McNabb, Wilkes takes the weight and makes a bit of ground there. Maitland trying to get back into this game. It's 5-all. There's McNabb with a big run. Again, we find that double defence of Cessnock's there as Radnich goes to dummy half. Burke, West, Newman, Panowitz coming through. Nearly split the defence again. West, Burke. Carmody's up there this time to dummy half. Carmody, Panowitz, Newman. Newman accelerates, but again, the big defence of Cessnock, and here's perhaps a chance at field goal. We'll see now. They played away from it. Panowitz puts the ball up high. Everybody will be there. It bounces back. Woskowicz is held up and dumped down. And it's a scrum, even though they're playing on. The referee's whistle is gone. I'd say Woskowicz was nearly over the line there.
He's over the line now and held up by 4 Cessnock defenders. Tremendous football.
And it's a penalty to Cessnock on their own try line. Still 5-all. Hannah takes this kick and finds touch just short of the Cessnock 25. Hannah to tap. White. Hannah. Henderson. Bradley. Henderson. Scott. Clark. More to dummy half. Hannah. There's this nice little kick of Hannah's. He's a good kick, this fella. Gee, this ball might beat McTiernan, and it does. Good kick by Hannah. Beautiful football.
Magnificent kick. Then it went from probably 10 yards outside the Cessnock 25 to about 10 yards outside the Maitland 25. A great kick.
Lovely football. Burke to put the ball in. Maitland. Maitland aren't getting much possession. They should have won that one, and they did. Carmody comes up into the movement. He's taken it down by Scott as Panowitz comes to dummy half. Panowitz, West. West meets some opposition there. McNabb. McMahon. Again, the tackling of Cessnock is fierce and good. Radnich. Wilkes at full bore. Throws a bad pass, and it's intercepted, and it's got away to Jobson as Wright comes in for a big tackle. Hannah. Henderson. On the far side, it's Goldman. Sneesby, Hendo, and White. It's quicker to call him Hendo than Henderson that time. Henderson, Hannah, Bradley away to Thompson, and Thompson gets up steam. A penalty, another chance. You see the motion, and it was quite correct. Penalty to Cessnock.
There's been a fierce battle here between Wilkes and Thompson all day, and certainly Wilkes was caught straight away by the referee for that one.
Right in front.
Another player down here, Noel. There's been a couple of injuries here. I noticed Sneesby still limping fairly badly over there, and he appears to have certainly pulled a hamstring muscle. I think this is the second rower.
It was Jobson, I think, that was hurt. He's back on his feet.
Front row.
And it's Goldman now having another attempt. It's almost dead in front and just over the 25, about 30 yards out from the try line. But a chance for Goldman to put his team in front. Up the ball goes. It's a good-looking kick that swings away and out over the dead ball line. But once again, I'd say Cessnock can get possession from this drop kick. Still 5-all.
And both teams need a try badly at this stage to put them well in front, because it's a very close football.
Burke's kick goes right back to Beatty. No, they decide to leave it to Slade, and Slade's knocked it on, and it's a double knock-on. Oh, Slade was a bit undecided there. McMahon went in and knocked it on as well.
I'm surprised that neither footballer ran in and tried to take on the full now. These matches, you can't leave anything to chance.
Hannah to put the ball in this time for Cessnock. Burke quickly round, but there's Scott in cover defence, playing a great game. Panowitz and Scott again. Burke at dummy half. Radnich, Waskovich. Cessnock defence is excellent. They're standing right to their man, and if needed, 2 men at a time. Radnich, Wilkes, Panowitz, dummy half. Radnich again, Burke. Burke puts it up. Newman coming through very fast. It'll bounce out on the full. It was very close to the line. The scrum going back just over the Cessnock 25, with the score still 5-all. Hannah to put the ball in.
They don't have as much confidence in their play at the moment, Maitland. Now they've been a bit upset by the torrid Cessnock defence, and put out every time by their great defence.
Hannah putting the ball in. Won by Panowitz, but then they lost it, and Cessnock take it away. No, it's going to be another scrum. Thompson came out of that scrum there like a rocket to snatch that ball away. Hannah has another go at putting it in this time. Still 5-all. First half, grand final. Real grand final football. Both sides looking for another break. Back it goes to Wright. Wright dodges, weaves, ducks, does everything. Electrifies the crowd as always, but also electrifies the Cessnock defence. West, Newman, dummies. Burke sees an opening. Gives it to McNabb. McNabb splits the defence. He nearly got through. He's standing up as Burke again hurdled a player. Penalty, I think, for a player being offside, not retiring, as Penowitz went on the move, and a penalty to Maitland right in front. And this gives Burke the opportunity to put Maitland in front now. It's right in front and about 22 yards in front of the goalpost. Not a very difficult kick, and it's a straight kick.
When it's worked in from Burke, he came to the play twice in that movement and showed a lot of determination to try and get across there.
Comes Burke in, an important kick. Everything's become important. 2 points, 7-5 in favour of Maitland. Well, we've got Cessnock to kick off once again. Beatty comes up. Kicks off. It's a low one, and it goes to Carmody. Carmody, that's the first run he's had, I think, since he's been injured. But he seems to be okay, comes out of that okay, as McMahon is the next player on the move. Penowitz to dummy half. Radnage. Burke. Fingertip control by Burke. Penowitz. Wilkes. Strong run by Wilkes. Penowitz. McNabb. Last tackle coming up for Maitland on the halfway mark. Burke puts it up very high. Well taken by Hannah as Carmody comes through. Carmody missed the tackle, but Carmody was the first player down there from the Maitland side, and Hannah takes the ball away to Beatty. Beatty in all sorts of bother there. Hannah comes up to dummy half. Thompson, big run as Wilkes goes over the top of him with West underneath him. There's Scott again. That's the Cumberland throw by young West. We see White on the far side of the field. He's driven back in a tackle that time by Wright. To Bradley. It's a great run. Taken down by Jury, and that's the last tackle. And played just inside of Cessnock's half with a score 7-5 in favour of Maitland the first half.
Still a very close and even game, Noel, and no one's giving any quarter or asking. Tremendous football from both sides.
West, Newman, Wright. They bounce right back, but he gets up again and he's on the move. Wright's on the move again, and he runs into Thompson, and that's the end of that. The end of the section. But how he bounced out the first one, you'll never know. Penowitz. There's McMahon. McMahon's dragged down. McTiernan up to dummy half. McMahon goes in with a couple of punches to Thompson as Radnich gets it back inside to Wilkes. Wilkes to West. West can't get through to Penowitz. Penowitz goes back, but that player would be offside, and a penalty to Cessnock.
Well, it's a fluctuating game, Noel, and the fortunes are certainly fluctuating at the moment. Cessnock's defence has been tremendous, without doubt. It's been a great game all round so far, and one we find fitting of a grand final.
Hannah. It's a long kick up to the halfway mark. Hannah will take the tap. Hannah. Henderson. There's Jobson coming through very fast. Couldn't quite get it away to Scott. Henderson. Sneesby. Henderson. Bradley. Henderson again at dummy half. Hannah. Scott. Back inside to Hannah. A long one over to Beatty. Beatty, a good full-back, this boy. Gee, he's good. He's got a lot of potential. Slade. White, the big front rower, another lad with potential. Last tackle coming up for Cessnock, and Cessnock are putting some pressure on now, and Henderson kicks it and kicks out on the full, but it was only a short kick. Still 7-5 in favour of Maitland, and now Cessnock applying more pressure as the first half has only about 10 minutes or 11 minutes to go. Comes out sideways, but Hannah that time beat Burke for the ball. The player's pretty slow to get to their feet. Here's Hannah on the burst. Roskovich takes him down. Bradley at dummy half. Henderson playing the blind side. Beatty splits the defence. A great run. He tries to get it to Slade and can't do it.
Great football then. Henderson coming in the movement. Beatty right up all the time in this back line. He's a very dangerous young man.
He's a good fullback. He shows a lot of potential, particularly coming up into the movement. Once again, it's Burke to put it in. Hannah wins the ball. Round the blind. Panowitz was there. Scott dashes for the line. It's a chance for Cessnock. He gets the ball away. And down goes Cessnock, still 10 yards out. Henderson over to Beatty again, up into the movement. Roskovich takes him down. Clark's up to dummy half. Henderson will be the player to run off him. There's Henderson, back to Clark. Clark across field, straightens up and 5 yards out. Hannah again. Henderson will be the danger man. Scott's over. No.
Oh, it's really double movement. I can't quite have it, Noel. I can't have it.
From my angle,
We'll see it again tonight, but I can't see it for myself. Still, the referee's right on the spot.
Yes, you've got him. You must play that part of it. He is right there. He wasn't behind,
right
in front.
Him.
But it's a penalty to Maitland, and Maitland's still leading 7-5, and that was a letter.
Well, it's hard to say whether the progress was stopped or not then. Very, very difficult.
And another tap. That was a saving penalty, certainly, for Maitland. McNabb. Roskovich. McNabb. Radnich. Again, that's Cessnock defence. You've got to see it to believe it, really. McMahon, Wright. Wright comes back infield, but they're under Wright. Clark's over the top of him. McNabb. Panowitz. Burke. Newman's knocked it down. Knocked back as Carmody takes the ball. Panowitz. West. Henderson, he gets away from Henderson. Back to McNabb. Over to Wright. Wright's looking for Drury. Drury's not on the move and can't get away from a good tackle. I think it was Slade that got across to the other wing. Now it's Panowitz. Up they come again. Away to Burke. Burke looks for McTurnan. McTurnan goes round Hannah, but Hannah gets him from behind. And McTurnan's still going. He loses the ball and it's into touch.
Well, again, I think that Mr. Rodway may have earned a bit of remarks in the crowd on the knock-on. It appeared to be up here from Maitland. However, great football from Maitland to get it up that far. It was tremendous work by them.
Hannah to put the ball in. Cessnock, it goes back to West. Newman tries to get through. This defence of Cessnock's is terrific. Panowitz sees an opening. There it is with Wright. Wright tries to weave his way underneath. Panowitz is up to dummy half. Panowitz to McMahon. McMahon nearly gets the split. He got the ball away, and still we see Wilkes play at this time. Over to Panowitz. Radnich. Newman. Just have a look at this Cessnock tackling. McNabb, he can't handle it. Picked up by Waskovich. 6 more tackles to go as Waskovich tries to get through. And once again, Cessnock all over them. McNabb to Wilkes. Appears to be by himself. Knocked back and Slade takes it. Carmody's knocked the ball to Slade and Slade has it for Cessnock. Henderson. Beatty.
No Cessnock forwards here now.
No, there's Scott there now. There's a big white coming through, but now it's Maitland's turn to defend. McNabb to Wilkes. Appears to be by himself. Knocked back and Slade takes it. Carmody's knocked the ball to Slade and Slade has it for Cessnock. Henderson. Beatty.
No Cessnock forwards here now.
No, there's Scott there now. There's a big white coming through, but now it's Maitland's turn to defend. Hannah. He's having a good game. Gets it back to Thompson as Radnich takes him down. Henderson. Beatty. Beatty looking for the kick to Carmody. Carmody takes it. Comes up. Panowitz. Crossfield eventually straightens up, but Thompson chased him all the way. McNabb at dubbing half. Burke. Radnich. McMahon. Carmody. But Henderson was right on top of him. Maitland going backwards with the ball. Waskovich. McTurnan. Panowitz. Wright. Once again, Thompson with the ball, and it's a knock-on both ways.
They're definitely being upset by this tackling, Maitland. They haven't been able to settle down on their game whatsoever.
Looks like there's a touch judge, you know, on the far side. He's come in and evidently he's going to call some players out. We'll see. Thompson's being spoken to. Henderson's over there, but it's Thompson that appears to be receiving some sort of a reprimand. And scrum just inside of Cessnock's half. And Cessnock will win this scrum again, it looks like. Getting plenty of the ball. Now it's a Maitland ball. Long to West. Panowitz up to dummy half. McNabb. No holes in that Cessnock defence. Panowitz, McMahon, Waskovich. Long striding Waskovich. Burke. Radnich. Radnich can't get round Scott. Panowitz. Panowitz runs into trouble. Last tackle coming up for Maitland. Wilkes to dummy half. Carmody. Carmody puts the ball up. Is Wright coming through very fast. It bounces past Slade and Slade knocks it into touch. And the scrum going down about 15 yards out from the Cessnock try line. What's the scrum score, Bob?
At the present moment, 7-5 in Maitland's favour. Now they've caught up very, very strongly last week. It's 7-4 in Maitland's favour in the penalties.
Hannah to put the ball in. It's a penalty to Cessnock this time. I think for the same reason that Maitland were getting the penalties down their end.
This wind, I think, will play a big part in the second half now. With enough ball, Cessnock could give plenty of trouble to Maitland in the second half.
Well, they're getting plenty of the ball this half. Once again, they're showing that they can use it. Bradley with a good run that time. Hannah, Henderson and Beatty. Beatty, another good run. Slade at dumbing half. Thompson. Thompson's by himself. Eventually to Henderson. To Scott. Scott comes up to the halfway mark. But eventually we find that Goldman's taken down. Still around about the halfway mark. Still 7-5 in favour of Maitland, and about 2 minutes left in the first half. Another Cessnock ball. Hannah goes across field to Sneesby now. Over to Slade. Slade tries to get back inside. Sneesby at dummy half. Scott bullocks his way past a couple of would-be tacklers. Goldman, Hannah, Bradley. Bit of a gap there as Bradley goes by himself. He's got it to Moore, but Moore can't get on the move. And it's Drury that comes off second best in that, and he was making the tackle. Hannah again. Hannah a good run. Scott to dummy half. Bradley tries to get through. He gets it to Moore. Moore's in the clear. He goes along, but he's tackled by Merv Wright. Last tackle coming up for Cessnock. Across field they come again. Here's a big chance. White gets it away. There's Hannah. Hannah gets it to goal. Goldman away to Henderson. Henderson lobs it to Slade. Slade back inside to Sneesby. Sneesby can't hold it. And Wilkes dives on it for Maitland. Panowitz. About 1 minute to go in this first half. Carmody. Radnich. McNabb. Burke. Newman. A beautiful run by Newman. He's in the clear. It's a forward pass.
Well forward, Noel. There's no doubt about the pass.
Went forward by a mile.
At least 5 yards forward. But it was a tremendous run by Drury. There are 5 Cessnock defenders chasing him. It'll be interesting to see whether they have a kick or not here. It's full time. And it's certainly worth a kick, but a lot of wind against them.
A lot of wind there from that posse. Hannah finds touch. The half-time bell is gone, I'd say. Hannah to tap. Henderson. Moore comes in field, and there's the tackle. And at half-time, 7-5. In favour of Maitland, and a very, very good first half.
Tremendous game, Noel. Very, very even. There's nothing in the game. I would have thought Maitland would need more of a lead of this with this wind they've had. There's not a lot in the wind, but it certainly will favour Cessnock in the second half. The scrums at the moment favour Maitland 7-6, and the penalties the same, 7-6 in Maitland's favour. They've gone down once in the 6-tackle rule. Tremendous game. Great defence from Cessnock and great football from both sides.
We'll be back shortly with the second half of this match. Maitland 7, Cessnock 5. I think they seem to be intact. Cessnock seem to be okay, but the one player changed is McTernan for Christensen. Maitland. Maitland to kick off, and they'll be running left to right in this half. Cessnock right to left. We're still waiting because of certain things that take place, perhaps at the wrong time or go too long. And now it's Burke kicking off. And Moore takes it. Moore comes up over his own 25. Waskovich rolls him down. Henderson to dummy half. On the Cessnock 25, Maitland 7, Cessnock 5, and the second half just commenced. Over to Henderson again. Gets the ball away. He does a terrific amount of work, Norm Henderson. He's still directing play. Henderson, Thompson. Nearly an intercept there. 6 more tackles to go. Henderson picks it up, and Newman's knocked on. No, it's not. Picked up by Cessnock. to Beatty. Beatty to Moore. Moore comes towards the halfway mark. And Cessnock in possession. Hannah, Scott. Almost to the halfway now, Cessnock. Henderson, Thompson. Thompson showing plenty of speed. McNabb hurt in that tackle. He's on his feet. Henderson, Hannah, Clark, Beatty. Here's a chance. Beatty goes to Burke. Burke, he gets it to Moore. Moore sets sail, but he's taken down from behind by Drury. Bradley's up there to dummy half. Hannah, a long one. Scott has knocked it on.
Cut off for Maitland, then they were shot to pieces in their defence. Does appear here Thompson has injured his knee somehow and is limping very badly.
I think he collided with McNabb's head. Both of them would be pretty hard.
I think so, yeah.
Hannah wins it again, and Bradley gets the ball away to Beatty, coming in beautifully. Bradley up there to dummy half. Scott, Hannah's next up, but Scott stays with it. Rolled over by Panowitz. Hannah up to dummy half. Hannah, Henderson, it's a chance with Clark. Clark's nearly there. Henderson, dummy half. Henderson, here's a chance. A long one to Scott. Scott's dropped it over the line. And it'll be about a 5-yard scrum.
When it's let off then for Maitland. Maitland seemed to be shot to pieces completely then as Cessnock brought the ball up from 15 yards outside their line, right up to press very heavily on Maitland's try line.
Penalty to Cessnock, and this will make it 7-all.
Certainly be doubtful if he misses this one. Cessnock playing with a lot more purpose in this half and certainly worrying Maitland. They don't seem to have an answer. Panowitz doing a tremendous lot of tackling and trying to stem the tide.
Goldman stands this one up straight. It's right in front, about 20 yards back. Plenty of wind blowing now. I think the wind sprung up quite a bit. It hasn't changed direction. Goldman comes in. 2 more points, 7-all. Burke to kick off for Maitland. Seven all the grand final. Hannah takes the tackle. Clark comes to dummy half. Runs. Good run by Clark. Hannah comes up to dummy half. Henderson. Bradley. Henderson. Jobson, Beatty there, saves the day. Hello. Ruled a knock on.
With people not agreeing again. I think it's a very pro-Cessnock crowd, however, here today.
Hannah to put the ball in again. Cessnock getting plenty of the ball, and they get this one to Scott. Scott's got Beatty outside him and more, but Scott decides to stay with it, and West makes the tackle. Moore's playing in number 16 jumper. Scott, Hannah, White, McNabb underneath. Hannah, Henderson, Bradley. Goldman. Sneesby. Henderson puts it up using this wind. It's out towards Drury's wing. Carmody takes it. Magnificent. A beautiful take. But Moore was right over him. Drury. McNabb. Panowitz. McNabb, Radnage, Wilkes back with his headgear. McNabb, Radnage, Waskovich. Last tackle coming up for Maitland. Radnage, Burke, Panowitz, Newman. Good run by Newman. Newman's broken down up the bait. He lobs it back inside. Carmody can't hold it, and it's a knock on.
Well,
good run by Newman.
Oh, tremendous run by Newman. Then come beautifully. Carmody too, backing up very strongly for Maitland in that move.
It's another Cessnock ball, and Beatty up in again as West makes a tackle. West doing a lot of tackling now as Hannah gets on the move. Brought down by Panowitz. Henderson. Moore. Clark. White takes it nicely. Good play by Cessnock. Up to the halfway mark. Burke stolen the ball. Panowitz to dummy half. Wilkes coming through quickly. Makes a few yards. But again, we see the Cessnock defence always there. Carmody up there. Carmody picks it up to Panowitz. Radnage coming, trying to split down the centre. West at dummy half this time. Then it's Panowitz, always there. Panowitz still going up towards the Cessnock 25 now as McNabb comes to dummy half. Radnage, Waskovich. He's let the ball go forward.
Well, Maitland at 6s and 7s. Panowitz trying very desperately to get these players going, and they seem to be very lethargic and not supporting him in any way. Very quiet game we've seen from Burke so far in West. We haven't seen much of them. It would be expected they'd come in very strong in this match shortly.
Again, it's a Cessnock ball. They must... What's the scrum, Bob?
10-7 so far. They've won 4 in the second half.
And Scott goes on the move. He breaks through. He gets to West. West chases him across field. There's a great run by Scott. And he's forced into touch.
Oh.
That'd be a late tackle sort of thing.
It looked to me, Noel, I thought there would have been a penalty then from that one, but referee says no, have a scrum.
Burke putting the ball in this time. Still 7-all, the grand final. West, Newman, right. I'll tell you what, Maitland are feeling the pinch now. It's over to Carmody from Panowitz, and Carmody's run into Scott again. And Jobson on the halfway mark. West darts away, but Jobson grabs him from behind. Now it's Burke. Burke up into it. Panowitz, right down the centre. McNabb, Radnage. Flicks it away. McMahon, 6 tackles to go. But Cessnock had got the ball. Hannah comes away with it. White. Hannah again to dummy half. Beatty. Henderson. Goldman. Henderson to dummy half. Thompson. Pushes right back. Moore takes it. Gets round Panowitz. Last tackle coming up. Henderson. Hannah using the wind and the boot. That's a good kick. Back to Carmody. Carmody's safe. Comes up towards the halfway mark. Gets it to Drury. Drury runs infield and across field.
Great football now.
Fast. Panowitz. Radnage. Burke. McMahon. Waskovich. Panowitz. Ball away. It looked like McMahon with the ball. Burke. Carmody. And he runs into trouble. Last tackle coming up for Maitland. Panowitz. Little kick through towards Beatty. Beatty takes it well. And he beats Panowitz. He's beaten 2 players. A good run by Beatty. Eventually brought down by Radnich. Now it's Moore. Moore goes on the burst as Radnich goes in for another tackle. Beatty up to dummy half. Here comes Cessnock. Henderson, Hanna, Scott, Bradley. Bradley beats a player. West is behind that player and holds him, and it's a penalty to Cessnock. Still 7-all, the second half of the grand final. Good altercation then, 2-0 over there now going on. Over Cessnock showing a tremendous lot of fight-back spirit and definitely appearing the better side at the moment. Hanna taps it, away they go. Slade on the far wing. There's plenty of wind there that they might have used that time. I've been trying to gain a few more yards because they're doing a great job, Cessnock, at the present time. White up there. Hanna, Henderson, Scott. Henderson at dummy half. Hanna, Thompson. Hanna, Henderson, Sneesby. Last tackle. And I'd say there's going to be a caution here, and as Newman was flattened.
It probably was, Noel, but Newman certainly gave some attention to Sneesby then in the tackle, and it was overlooked. There was no need probably for Henderson to come in like that, but there was certainly some attention in the tackle given, and not one linesman even looked like running in to say anything about it. Great game of football, Noel, and typical of grand final football. I feel that if the Sydney grand final next week could be as exciting as this, the crowd, they'd have a crowd pleaser for sure.
Well, it looks as though Newman might have to leave the field. He's struggling to his feet. Still 7-all in this all-important grand final. This is it. This is what both these teams have worked hard for all the football season. And Newman is going to the sideline. He wants to stay there, but he's going to the sideline. And we'll have to see who they're going to send on in his place. It's a penalty to Maitland. Penalty to Maitland. Burke taking the kick. Gets it midway between the 25 and the halfway mark in the Maitland territory still. McNabb coming up. Still one player short, Maitland, at this stage. Wilkes. McNabb, Radnich towards the halfway mark. McNabb again at dummy half. Panowitz calling for it quickly. McMahon makes ground up to the halfway. Now it's McNabb again at dummy half. Wilkes, Panowitz. Panowitz is hammered into the ground. They're still working on Newman. They haven't sent a replacement on. Burke. Radnich sprints and gets down the centre, tries to find support, but it's the last tackle coming up for Maitland. McNabb, Panowitz. Panowitz puts it up. It appeared to me a bit of a desperation kick, and it goes out on the full, and the scrum on the halfway mark.
I think coming off from Maitland at the moment, Noel, they're very, very disjointed. Panowitz trying very hard to get them firing, and they're disjointed in all their play.
Panowitz has come out into the centre. They're still persevering. I noticed Newman's left the field. It's a penalty to Cessnock. Penalty to Cessnock. Newman off the field, but still no replacement on, as Hanna doesn't find touch. Christensen knocks it back, and he comes up now. That was a bad blue that time by Cessnock, and look at that run by Christensen, almost back to the halfway mark. McNabb, Wilkes crashes over the halfway now. McNabb up to dummy half. Now it's Burke's decided to take it, and he slings a long one to Drury, and Wright goes into dummy half. Wright makes about 10 yards, dodges through, nearly gets in the clearies. Over the 25, he gets to Beatty, and a good run by Merv Wright. McNabb, Beatty's hurt, I think, or Scott. Back to McMahon. McMahon over to Carmody. Carmody gets to Christensen. Christensen's lost the ball, and Cessnock in possession. Slade on the far wing. Great play by Cessnock. And here's Cessnock going away again. Slade on the far wing doing a good job. Thompson, Hannah, Henderson, White. Henderson, Scott.
Had a big game today.
Very good game. Bradley, Henderson, Sneesby. Wright makes a tackle underneath. Last tackle coming up for Cessnock. Henderson, Hannah. Hannah puts another nice kick down, but it bounces well for Carmody. Carmody comes up, runs to Goldman. Goldman makes the tackle, and that's as far as he'll get. Panowitz runs from the dummy half, but Clark stops him. McNabb still 7-all the second half. Wilkes. West. McNabb. Burke. Radnich. Radnich a good run again. Christensen can't pick it up. Should be a knock on all over the place.
Well, Maitland firing very, very strongly there for a while with one man off the field, and come back strongly into the pave now.
Still not strong enough as Cessnock win another ball. Get it to Bradley. Bradley picked it up off his toes, and he's made the break. Hannah up there, dummy half. 6 more tackles to go. Scott, Sneesby. Sneesby's got more outside of him, but he was a bit far away. Beatty's come up to dummy half. Beatty runs. Thompson at dummy half. Hannah. Henderson. Long one to Sneesby, and Sneesby's taken round the legs. Still around about the halfway mark, and I notice that Newman's coming back onto the field. Lucky performance by this lad as Slade goes down on the far wing. Cessnock getting back in a position now as Hannah gets the ball. Gets the ball away well to Thompson, over to Beatty. There's a good chance if he can get rid of the ball. He gets it away. It's to Moore as Wright goes in for a magnificent tackle. Last tackle coming up. Goldman puts the ball up. This is a danger one. It bounced away. It's picked up by Cessnock. 6 to go. They're looking for players now. Thompson can't link up with anybody, so he uses his weight. Cessnock with a great chance here. Clark. There's White. Here's a chance for Cessnock. Clark again at dummy half. Clark gets it across to Henderson, to Hannah. Hannah gets the ball away to Sneesby. Sneesby can't get rid of it. He plays it to Clark. Hannah again backing up magnificently. Scott to Slade. Slade got the ball away to Jobson, and they are just beside the line. Here's Henderson. It goes behind him. It's a chance for Sneesby, and he's in. Maitland stood up and watched him.
What a magnificent try then. He came off the dummy half to Henderson, was dropped, and then Sneesby picked it up from the loose pass, went straight through and was unopposed to go over and score a try. A magnificent try to Cessnock. They've tried so hard to get over the Maitland line, and Maitland have repulsed them at all stages. Great work then by the Cessnock team, a very plucky display.
Great effort by Cessnock. 10 to 7, and Goldman right in front this time. Right in front, Goldman puts it up and over. And it's 12-7 in favour of Cessnock. Around about 20 minutes to go. And Maitland in all sorts of bother as Cessnock have hit the front, 12-7. Clark gets up to play it. He plays it to White. White bursts up the field. Hannah, Henderson, Thompson. They're playing like men possessed, the Cessnock boys. Henderson, Scott. Bradley, Henderson, Beatty. He's got more outside him as Roskovich goes for the tackle and he nearly spins out of it. Last tackle coming up. Moore, Hannah. Another kick through by Hannah. Into touch, a good kick. He's the player I think has played a great game for Cessnock. Hannah.
Undoubtedly, he and Henderson have been everywhere now. They've played off each other. Either one of them's been dummy half most of the time, and they've set up every move for the Cessnock side. This amount of ball that Henderson has won too has been a tremendous advantage. There's 5 scrums to 1 in the second half he's won, and this has put them right in the attacking position all day.
Well, Burke wins the ball. Carmody. Newman's down the wing. He gets it back and he's passed it to Scott. For Cessnock, and Scott accepted that run and takes it back over the halfway mark. Wilkes is down hurt. There's players lying all over the place, and they're mainly Cessnock at this stage. Back it goes to Clark. Here's another chance. Clark gets it to Beatty. Beatty's up there and can't get through. Hannah, Henderson, White. Hannah again, Henderson, Goldman. Out it comes to Beatty. Beatty looks for the line. Last tackle coming up for Cessnock. Carmody with the ball. They're on their own line, Maitland, and not doing too well at this stage. McMahon, right. Here's a better looking line. Wright's lost the ball, but it's fumbled around there. It'll be a scrum.
Locke Scott leading the field and has played a magnificent game for Cessnock. Mitchell going on now.
Mitchell on for Scott. A great game by John Scott, the lock forward. Great game by everybody in Cessnock at this stage. It's a penalty to Cessnock, and this might put it bombed out.
Oh, tremendous, a lot of feeling here for Cessnock today. A lot of the black and gold colours around the ground, and there's a lot of approval for this penalty that's been given here by referee Rodway.
Goldman right in front, round about the 25. Right in front. He's already kicked 3. This one could make it 4. Here comes Goldman. Up it goes. It's good enough there for 2 points. It's 14-7 in favour of Cessnock. And that could be the goal that puts it right beyond doubt. Burke brings it back. The clock shows around about 15 minutes to go. Burke puts it down. It will go over Clark's head, and Moore takes it. Roskovich takes him down. Hannah. There's Hannah on the move again. Across field, they still haven't got him. And Wright eventually gets him. He gets the ball back to Thompson, and Thompson goes forward. Mitchell to Henderson, and then along the back line to Clark. Looks like Slade over there. He's come off the wing. It's it to Mitchell. Mitchell straightens up. Hannah again. Goldman. Last tackle for Cessnock. At the win behind them, I'd say Hannah will kick. No, White doesn't give him the opportunity. Now he gives it to Sneesby, but it's too late then.
Well, great football again from Cessnock. They're not giving in, even though they're 7 points in front. They're still trying very hard to breach the Maitland defence, and they're trying desperately to run this ball out.
It's a Maitland ball. Carmody to Drury. Drury's caught wide, and Sneesby takes him down. Panowitz, he's by himself. He's dodging through. This fella never gives up. Carmody gets it to West, and Maitland is standing there looking at it as Christensen gets knocked by his own player. McNabb, Maitland are going backwards. Carmody puts it up, but there's nobody to go through other than himself, and Beatty's underneath it, takes it well, and swings back over to his own 25. Thompson. Henderson up to dummy half. Henderson. Mitchell. A good run by Mitchell. He's almost into the clear. Bradley. Hannah. Henderson. Goldman. Sneesby. Good tackle by Drury that time. Back it comes with White on the burst. Play just onto the halfway mark, and this time I should suggest that they give it to Hannah and let him kick, because he can put them down. And it's a little kick, and I reckon he'll get a penalty.
Wouldn't be much doubt about that one, Noel. Wilkes didn't hesitate. He flew straight into Hannah and knocked him over after he kicked the ball. Good little kick, too. It would have bounced well for him, and he would have given them trouble with that one.
The scores be level at full time, an extra 10 minutes each way will be played. Should the scores be level at full time, an extra 10 minutes each way will be played.
Well, another chance for Goldman to put Cessnock even further ahead, and with only about 10 minutes left to play, Cessnock right on top.
A great grand final, Noel, and I think there'll be a lot of people watching tonight.
There's another terrific kick, and it's 2 more points, 16-7 in favour of Cessnock. Well, I think Cessnock are asking for just one more, but I don't think they'll need it at this stage with 10 minutes to go. Maitland kicking off, and Thompson knocks the ball down. It'll be a Maitland ball. Panowitz was underneath it. McMahon, Radnich, Burke, Wright, but they're standing still. McNabb, Wilkes. Still Cessnock. Burke, Wright. Wright tries to get through a gap. He nearly does.
I think the referee may come into some criticism after this game, Noel. He appeared to be well held there.
A penalty to Cessnock. Hannah puts it right downfield over the halfway mark now, and Cessnock will come back onto the attack. 10 minutes left to go, 16-7 in favour of Cessnock. Henderson, Mitchell. Henderson, Hannah, Thompson, Bradley, Goldman, There's Goldman on the burst. Look at this boy run. He's nearly through. Another penalty to Cessnock. Not getting off him.
Well, it's an old trick and works very well. Hold the player down when he's tackled and let your men get back on side, but he didn't allow it to happen, and another penalty goes to Cessnock. They're playing with a lot more determination, Maitland. Maitland look tired old men at the moment, and their forwards are just not getting to the rucks. I haven't seen, well, Woskowicz, particularly in defence, hasn't been seen this half. We haven't seen much of Radnage in defence, and quite frankly, none of the forwards have pulled their weight as strongly as they should have, except Terry Panowitz, who's been magnificent.
Goldman's kick, and 2 more points, 18-7 in favour of Cessnock. That's 6 goals to Goldman.
It's a great
effort by Cessnock.
Great effort, particularly from a club that hasn't got a Leagues Club backing, Noel, I think.
Is Clark. He's in a touch. Yes, well, they haven't got a Leagues Club backing, but they've got plenty of heart, plenty of spirit. A great coach in Norm Henderson, a great strapper in Freddie Brown, and a great secretary in Phil Baird. The whole lot of them, apart from the players, have done a magnificent job to keep this team on the straight and narrow course right up to the grand final. And at this stage, with about 8 minutes to go, Cessnock 16 leading Maitland 7, and Maitland in possession but not able to do a thing. Burke, Carmody, Wright, Carmody has a shot for the line, puts it down and finds touch just short of the Cessnock 25.
It's mentioning today, Noel, how things go in cycles. In 68, Peter Diamond came up to South and won in his first year. In 70, John Raper did it. And now Norm Henderson looks like doing it with Cessnock every 2 years.
There's a new player going on for, as Clark comes off, for Cessnock. Number 15's gone on, Bob. You might be able to check who that might be for me. Woskowicz is nearly through. He's just short of the line. He's rolled into touch, 5 yards out. Laurie Clifton, number 15.
Very strong player with him early in the season too, Clifton. No?
Yes. Hannah to put the ball in, 5 yards out. Hannah again to put the ball in. Penalty to Maitland. Too late. Panowitz must tap. He taps. McMahon dodges through. He's still 5 yards out. Wilkes is down. McNabb. Panowitz. Burke. Carmody, and Carmody scores. 18-10 now in favour of Cessnock. 5 minutes to go.
Panowitz again trying to pull this game out of the fire, and Maitland hurrying in their movements now. Panowitz fired them up then, took the quick tap, and the ball went quickly across to Carmody to come through. Has played a good game too today for Maitland, young Carmody. They look tired though, Noel, Maitland. They are walking back and don't seem to have the heart that Cessnock have shown in this match.
Wilkes is coming from the field. Burke's kick misses. Still 18-10 in favour of Cessnock, and 5 minutes left to go. Wilkes coming off with apparently an injured leg.
I couldn't see Cessnock allowing Maitland to score 2 tries to win this match now. There's certainly too much determination by this young side.
Edmonds has gone on for Maitland. About 4 minutes left. Beatty kicks a long one downfield. It goes past West and out over the dead ball line. Well, what a great performance by Cessnock. They toppled West last week and Maitland this week, and nobody could ask for more than that from a team.
No.
Magnificent performance. Edmonds. Crossfield, Wright picks it up well. Panowitz is the dummy half. He'd have to go by himself almost. Burke's knocked on, and White has it for Cessnock.
A costly mistake for Maitland.
This is Clifton. Sneesby, Hannah, Mitchell. Time running out, about 3 minutes left. Clifton again. Sneesby, Hannah. They let it bounce. White. Back with Maitland. Maitland with the ball. Radnich. Carmody gets it to Wright. They've need some speed. Wright tries to straighten up. He's lost the ball. Those fellas are offside. Oh, yes. Christensen's picked it up.
Well, probably Christensen thought, well, I can't do much more than pick it up because there's a Cessnock defender coming over to pick it up and try and score a try if I don't get it. And it's a certain penalty to the Cessnock side.
Hannah puts it into touch. Slade taps and runs up to the Maitland 25. About 2 minutes to go now.
It will be a tightening up game from now on for Cessnock, I feel now.
Henderson, Hannah. Hannah goes. Deserves a try, this fella. Hannah. Gee, I think he's played a good game. Henderson back in amongst his forwards. Thompson. White almost over. Very close. Last tackle coming up. Hannah dropped it.
Yes, I'd agree, Noel. The player of the match, or the two players of the match, Henderson and Hannah for Cessnock, have been magnificent in this win.
Panowitz, Christensen. But a great win to Cessnock. Time just about out. Edmonds coming on as a replacement. The score 18-10 as Wright comes back over his own 25. But it's a lost cause. Christensen comes in and Goldman takes him. A splendid win to the Cessnock team, because with 1 minute to go, that is it. And they've battled it out right to the finish. Maitland in possession. Time running out. There's the full-time bell. Terry Panowitz puts it up. Beatty catches it. And the referee calls the game off as the crowd streams onto the field.
He's given a penalty now. He's given a penalty.
No, he's called it off.
He first of all signalled a penalty against Cessnock. He's now called it off.
18-10 in favour of Cessnock. The grand final, full marks to Cessnock. They played a magnificent game. Last week against West, they showed us how to play football, and this week they backed it up with a mighty performance against Maitland, and full marks, as we've said before, to all the Cessnock team.